So, Shadow and Bone, a trilogy that was so hyped up, I was afraid to read it. Because for me, a hyped up book, a hyped up trilogy, it's a hit or miss. Was this a hit or a miss? Let's find out. Okay, so in this book we have Alina Starkov. That should have been Alina Starkova, because, Russian surnames. If you didn't know, Russians have this a bit weird rule about surnames. So if you are a girl, a woman in Russia, you will have an A added to your surname. So, for example, a boy will be like Mal Starkov with V. If you are a girl, Alina, you will be Starkova. So yeah, this is a weird rule that Russians have, but whatever. I think the author did this on purpose. I don't know, like with Morozova, but we will get to that. So, Alina Starkova is this sun summoner. A sun summoner is a person who can summon light. And we have here a world that is divided by a fold. See, this fold of a sea. And to get from this side to this side, you need to be very lucky, because in this sea there are some very bad creatures that can eat you. I don't know, like, that can destroy you. So a sun summoner can basically summon light and make these creatures disappear. So we have Alina Starkova, who is a sun summoner, but she doesn't know that she's a sun summoner. And she finds out that she's a sun summoner when she goes in this shadow fall. And a sun summoner, for you to understand, this is a person, she is very unique. There are not any other sun summoners in this world. So in this world, to pass this shadow fall, you need to travel with Grishas. Grishas are these soldiers that have these like superpowers. Like we have here Corporalki, that are heart renders and healers. Then we have Etherealki, that are squallers, infernis and tide makers. And we have here Materialki, that are Duras and Alchemy. I don't want to tell you what everyone does, but they are helping people to pass this shadow fall. So there are other people who can make other things, but a sun summoner is something unique. So Alina finds out that she is a sun summoner, and she is brought to this palace where all the Grisha learn to be Grishas, basically. And she's brought there by the Darkling. He can create, he's like the opposite of her. He can create darkness, basically. So he is her opposite. So she's brought to this palace to learn to be able to control her ability better. So this is basically what you should know about the first book. I don't want to spoil much, but yeah, this is the basic information that you should know. What I liked about the first book, I'm gonna talk about the second and third book, but without spoilers. I will try without spoilers. So what I liked like that the first book is very fast-paced. It's like I'm watching a TV show. And the TV show on Netflix, I watched the first season too. Did not watch the second season. I think they cancelled the TV show. So the TV show was slow-paced, in my opinion. The book is very fast-paced. It's like you're watching a movie. Everything happens so fast. You are learning with Alina. You are learning about this world. It's very interesting. And also, I think it's perfect to read this book and the trilogy also in the Christmas season, when it's snowing outside, when it's cold outside. You will get more into this trilogy when it will be cold outside, because we have this Ravka, and Ravka is based on Russian Empire. I think on Russian Empire it was based. So you have this coldness there, and you have a lot of Russians kind of words. So if you know Russian or if you're learning Russian, you will get something from this. I know why this book was a bit of controversy in Russia. People were like she wanted to add this Russian lore in this trilogy, but she didn't study, I think, this Russian lore properly, in my opinion, because I speak Russian, and it was for me like okay-ish, but it could have been better. Like, for example, Alina Starkov, that should have been Starkova, and kvass. They talk a lot about kvass in here, and kvass, this is, in this trilogy, a beverage that you drink to get drunk. So it's like vodka, if you know what vodka means. In reality, kvass is a beverage that children drink in my country also. So this is like a soda, I don't know, like a soda light. You can make kvass that will get you drunk, but you should leave it in the sun. It's like people drink, children drink kvass. So this was like strange because we have kvass every other page. We drank kvass and we were so, oh my god, drunk. I liked very much a character from this book, the second book. His name is Nikolai Lantsov. I'm not gonna tell you more. Just if you like the Lies of Local Amora, I think you will like this character too. It gave me that vibe of Locke. If you know, you know. So I liked very much this character, and I know that he has a separate book that wasn't popular, let's say so. But for me, Nikolai Lantsov is the best character ever in the whole trilogy, in my opinion. Remember that, Nikolai Lantsov, when you will get to the second book, in case you will want to read this trilogy. Okay, let's get back to this book. It was very confusing for me, all this Grisha stuff, materialki, teralki, blah blah blah. I know Russian, so basically I could have figured out who these people are, but it was confusing. I was like at the second book when I figured out what everyone does, basically. A map, an explanation with what everyone does would have been a blessing for me, because we have like who are these Grisha we have here, but what are their powers? This was confusing for me because there are a lot of Grishas and there are a lot of powers and everyone can do something different, and it was a bit confusing. I don't know, I've read Brandon Sanderson books and we have superpowers in his books also, but for me Brandon Sanderson's books are not so confusing. I don't know, this was confusing. I am not a beginner into this fantasy world, this fantasy realm. This was confusing. I would have wanted a better explanation of this, but whatever. The first book, very fast paced, I liked it. I was intrigued because I didn't expect to like it. I don't usually like very hyped up books, very hyped up trilogies. I'm like, I don't know, I'm getting very careful in them. The second book was straight up boring to me. Like, she does this in every book. She has like the first, I don't know, 30-40 pages are very intriguing. In this one, a lot of pages were intriguing, but in the second book, 30-40 pages were very intriguing and interesting, and I was like, oh, so much is happening. And then you are reading and reading and reading and reading, and then at the end of the book, also there is a cliffhanger, something happens. The same goes for the third book. Also at the beginning there is something happening, and then at the ending we are like, I don't know, the structure. I didn't like the structure, let's say so. And I know that the second book in a trilogy is almost always boring if you are not Brandon Sanderson or Joe Abercrombie. Joe Abercrombie does, or you know, Luticine, yeah, the second book in the Remembrance of Yard's Past trilogy, the best book in the series, hands down. Okay. There are exceptions to this rule, but usually the second book is boring. It's a book between the first and the third book that concludes the trilogy, so it's like a link between them. So yeah, I didn't expect much, but I would have wanted it to be more interesting. Let's just say so. I would have DNF'd this series, this trilogy, if it wasn't for Nikolai Lantsov. Nikolai Lantsov changed everything. This was the best character ever, and I continued to read because of him. The third book, there were a lot of... it was also not very interesting. It was like... I like the ending though. The ending surprised me, which doesn't happen often. I am not really surprised by books, by trilogies. I've read too many books. I've lived in too many worlds to be surprised. But this book surprised me, which I didn't expect that. These books are about Alina Starkov, about this sun summoner. I don't want to spoil it. Okay, I'm just gonna say that I wanted more Darkling. I wanted to read more about Darkling. I didn't get his character. I wanted more of him. I got a lot of Alina. And this was a bit boring. These books would have been better with more Darkling in them, with more characters. Like, I felt like the characters could have been better. I know that her duology or trilogy, I think. I know that Six of Crows is more loved, more praised than this one, and maybe the characters are better in that one, but I don't know if I should read it. Leave me a comment if I should read that duology. I think it's trilogy now. I think there are 3 books. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But these books lacked character. These books lacked good characters. I think they are perfect to read in the Christmas time because you will not think a lot when you read them. These are books that you read and just relax and drink kvass. Drink, I don't know, a bit of Glitwain and just relax, you know. These are relaxing books. Don't expect Brandon Sanderson from them. Don't expect Joe Abercrombie. Don't expect... These are her first books, so she gets better. Like, the first book is very fast-paced. The first book is very fast-paced, but the writing style, it's okay-ish. But you can tell that this is her first book. In the second and third book, it's better. It's better, but it's not... I thought that the third book will be like a lot better. It was. The first book is amazing. I think the first book, you can read just the first book. For the whole story, you should read all 3 of them, but don't take them too seriously. They are books to relax and to read in the Christmas time. I don't know. And I liked the covers. When you read the books, you'll understand the covers better. Why the covers are like that. Why we have these creatures on the covers. The covers are amazing. I was shocked because they are really amazing. And now, for those who stayed till the end and for those who have read these books, I'm gonna put a spoiler here because it's going to maybe spoiler something. I don't know. I don't want to risk it. I don't like spoilers. I hate spoilers. So, if you read these books, don't you think that she stole the ending from Harry Potter? Like, how Mal died, you know? Like, this is Harry Potter in my opinion. Like, she stole it straight up from Harry Potter. I was shocked, but I was also pissed because why? Why did you do that? Why? Like, why? Leave me a comment if you read this book and you agree with me that she stole this from Harry Potter. If you didn't read Harry Potter, if you didn't watch Harry Potter, get out of this planet. I'm kidding. If you didn't read Harry Potter, maybe this was a shock for you, but for me, I was like, I've seen something like this somewhere. Okay, it wasn't like that. I was like, this is Harry Potter. This is Harry Potter 100%. Also, I didn't talk about Mal at all. And he's a pretty important character in the story. But, yeah, I forgot him for some reason. So, we'll read these books. If you haven't read them, if you've read them, did you like them? Leave me a comment. For me, it was an interesting read, but I wish I read them earlier in my reading career, in my reading experience, in my reading life, I don't know. I wish I read them earlier, because they are not bad, but after Brandon Sanderson, after so many great authors, they are like lacking something, in my opinion.